Hello ESOL students, how are you today? Do you have an ESOL reading test soon? Have you been practicing your reading skills? I hope so. If you're thinking, how am I going to pass my reading test? This video is for you because it's all about exam techniques that will help you. Hello, I'm Kathy. This is my channel, ESOL Fast Forward. I have experience of teaching ESOL at all levels, and I make videos about learning English designed to help you with studying, improving your skills and passing your tests. If that's useful for you, please do like, subscribe, even give this video a hype, whatever that is, and share it with your friends. And let me know if there's something else you'd like to see featured on my channel. This is about techniques for the ESOL Level 1 reading test. If you are studying Entry 2, I have a separate video about reading at Entry 2. Check it out here. If you'd like to know more about different reading exam test questions or purpose of text, you can also check these videos which have been made to help you with these questions at Level 1. That's roughly intermediate on the CEFR scale. So in this video, we're looking at some key tips to help you manage your test successfully. Let's get started. First, how much time do you have? And how many texts do you have to read through? Is it 3 or 4? There's a lot more to read at Level 1, longer content, and you need to watch your time. Check how long the test is and allow yourself no more than 15 to 20 minutes to read and complete answers for each section. This should give you checking time at the end as well. You need to make sure you have covered all of the texts and questions and not spent too much time on just one section. If you do that, you won't score enough points to pass. Second, be aware that some text may be more difficult for you than others. Tests are designed to give a different range and style for students to read. So before you start, take a very quick glance through and look at the subject matter or topic of each text. Which one looks more interesting to read for you or easier to answer? Whichever one you decide, start there first. There is absolutely no prize for beginning at the start of the paper and working through carefully, and no rules about which order you do it in. Start wherever it looks easiest, because if it takes you less time to complete that section, that will help you. Next, and most important, do not begin by reading the whole text. I have seen so many students begin by seriously reading every single small word in a text and making sure they are puzzling out the meaning of every sentence. But you probably don't need to do that. So what do? You read the questions first. If you need to, underline any of the question words and key words to help you think about what you are looking for, and then skim read the text. Whiz through it as quickly as you can, because you should have some idea of the questions in your mind as you go along, and maybe, if you're lucky, some of the answers will jump out at you. It's usually okay to underline keywords in a text if that will help you find the information. Focus your reading on what you are searching for, not just reading it through. Fourth, make sure you check the words of each question and follow the instructions carefully. If a question asks you for 2 details, make sure you write 2 details. If a question asks, for example, what should you not do, then use this language in the answer. You can write something like you should not, followed by the answer. If a question asks you to match words with meaning, make it clear which words match. If a question asks you to tick boxes, be careful. Sometimes you have to tick more than one box in a multiple choice question. Check how many boxes you need to tick carefully. If a question asks you which word in the text can be replaced by another, there is usually a multiple choice offered. Make sure you choose an answer even if you are guessing. If you are allowed the use of dictionaries with your reading test, and by the way, this doesn't happen with every reading test, but if you are taking the gateway reading, you are at level 1 allowed the use of a dictionary. Then you can use it. But make sure you don't waste lots of time checking things you don't need for your answers. You'll run out of time. Only check what you need, not everything. Next, as well as checking instruction language, be very careful with the question words. There is a basic difference between the words what, when, why, and how, so don't mix them up. I've seen this happen lots of times when students are going too fast and forget to check the meaning. When will require a time or date. How will be asking you to explain a method or process. Who will be about a person or people. How long will be a length of time. So that's the information you need to check for. Next, do not copy long sections of text from the reading test because that doesn't show you understand the question. It might just look like you are guessing. If that happens, A, you might not get the point, and B, you are wasting valuable time copying out too much text. Keep your answers clear and quite short. To give yourself the best chance possible in a test, you need to complete as many answers as you can. So make sure you have written something for every question, even if you are not sure. Don't leave any blank spaces. And my final point to help you with time management is please do not waste time on a question you don't understand. How is that going to help you? Just move on to the next question because you are wasting precious time. Move on, answer other questions that are easier. Come back to the more difficult ones at the end if you have time and you need to. So let's just recap those ideas to make it clear. Watch your time management for each section. You don't have to answer the test in order. If it's easier to start somewhere else, start where you want to. Just make sure you answer all sections. Read the questions first so that you know what you're looking for. Check the instructions carefully. Are you ticking boxes, matching words, writing open answers? Make sure you know what you have to do. Check the keywords of the questions before you answer. Keep answers clear and short. Don't waste time puzzling over a question you don't know the answer to. Move on to the next question. I really hope these tips will help you approach your reading test with purpose and focus. Keep trying these ideas with every reading practice you do, and I'm sure you'll do well. Of course, there is one extra thing that you can do to help yourself, which isn't exactly a top tip for an exam, but I'm just going to add it in at the end. Reading takes practice. If you want to drive a car, you can't just get in it, learn about the theory, and off you go. You need to do it again and again and again until you're good at it. And reading is just the same, you know. Your teacher can't do it all for you. You have to improve your reading skills and your knowledge and your understanding by just practicing reading. So pick something up and read it today. Okay, that's all for now. See you next time. Bye.